After generating electricity for more than 47 years, the Pilgrim Nuclear Power Station shut down its reactor for the very last time in May. But turning the reactor off was the easy part. In order to meet United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission safety standards, Pilgrim must now safely decontaminate and dismantle the site.
The plant did shut down May 31st of this year. We've defueled the reactor. We've then gone into what we call phase one, and we've separated 300 employees. So we have 270 employees remaining, focused on the safety of the spent fuel pool and the site itself.
The process of storing and removing contaminated materials can take up to 60 years, but Entergy is hoping to speed up that process by selling Pilgrim to Holtec International, an energy technology company that claims they can complete the decommissioning process in just 8 short years.
We put together the joint application. We went through a competitive process to find a party that would be interested in doing this. There's a number of parties nationwide that do this type of work, that come in and do decommissioning of spent nuclear plants. And we did go through this process with Holtec and found them to be the right company for this particular project.
For Entergy, who does not have any specialty in decommissioning, it goes to a company that has that expertise, but it's better for the community because they'll see this site available for reuse in 8 years versus the model that we've chosen, which could be up to 60 years.
But many local leaders are concerned that there won't be enough funding to safely finish the job.
And there is a very serious fear that the state is going to be left with a very big bill, and perhaps coupled to that, a poorly done job because people will cut corners to save money.
My biggest concern has been about the lack of information that we've been getting from some of the agencies and from Holtec in particular about where their financial backing is from and what their plans are for the town of Plymouth, what they intend to do in terms of working with the town of Plymouth now that they're going to be the owner of this very large-scale project and a lot of property in town, over 1,500 acres.
The Nuclear Decommissioning Citizens Advisory Panel meets monthly to address these concerns.
The NDCAP was created by an act of the legislature 2 years ago, and the purpose of this group is to gather information and share it with the public, both from Entergy, from government agencies, now from Holtec and the NRC, to find out what the plans are with the decommissioning and now the shutdown of the plant and what is going to happen with the property, especially as it relates to the nuclear waste repository.
A number of bipartisan legislative items have been filed to ensure that the residents of Plymouth and the Commonwealth will be protected.
We do have legislation because we have to do our jobs to protect the Commonwealth, to protect the citizens of the area and protect the town of Plymouth as well.
We want to express our concerns that we would like to see in this memorandum of understanding to make sure that the town of Plymouth and our region are well served.
This legislation before us would in fact require that we would ultimately follow the liability, follow the money for whoever is ultimately responsible to making sure that that site gets cleaned up. And I want that for everyone. We probably won't be around here, but our children and our children's children will be around here. And who's dealing with the liability of a site that is ultimately not totally cleaned up is something that we all have a responsibility to.
Plymouth's Board of Selectmen delivered a 16-point address asking that the transfer decision support Plymouth's growth and quality of life.
Corporations need to make profit decisions that impact their bottom line. However, our decisions as a select board will impact the quality of life in Plymouth and how we continue to manage our growth. This experience that we have dictates that all the decision makers must be at the table. Much is at stake for the future generations of citizens from Plymouth and the surrounding communities. We seek a stronger bargaining position and do not want to be consulted after the fact. The clock on the license transfer is running out, and we will not be cornered with stalled discussions. Much is at risk and needs to be addressed immediately.
A potential decision on the transfer from Entergy to Holtec may come next month. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission would neither confirm or deny this claim. In Plymouth, for Cape Media News, I'm Gabrielle Rawson.